Hey everybody, The Real Deal here. Welcome to part 2 of my Friday the 13th Top 13 Horror Movie Box Sets. It is Friday the 13th, it is October, and I thought it would be great to make a video of my Top 13 Horror Movie Blu-rays. And my video camera only records 20 minutes at a time, so the first video hit the 20-minute limit, and I don't really have very much or any editing skills, so guess what? You're getting a second video, but this is the top 5. We're into the top 5, guys. So these are my top 5 horror movie Blu-ray box sets, and you can see the pile of the other ones back there. So if you just checked into this one, check out part 1 too, because there's some really cool stuff in there that you're not going to want to miss. There's some cool Blu-ray box sets that you might want to check out if you are a horror movie fan. And if you don't see it on this list, go check out that other list and then leave me comments about the stuff that I missed and why did I put it in this order and all that sort of stuff, okay? So, as you can see, guess what number 5 is? It's Nightmare on Elm Street. No, of course, it's the Chucky Collection. So this has got Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, and Curse of Chucky. Now, here's the thing with this collection. This is an awesome collection. It was a limited edition. It's got all 6 Chucky movies in high definition, which is awesome. Deleted scenes and gag reels, commentaries, all sorts of featurettes, all sorts of good stuff. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, here, let's pull this out. Oh boy, I can't even pull this thing out. What's going on? All right. I don't want to spend the whole video. There we go. Okay, so we got the Chucky art. There you go. You got each movie on its own disc. Whoop, let's not give you the digital codes. All right, so there you go, okay? So that is the Chucky movie collection. Now, oh, cool cover, right? So here's the thing about the Chucky collection. Guess what? They just released Cult of Chucky. So with Cult of Chucky, here's Cult of Chucky, they've released a new version of this box set. So I have the old one. Here's Cult of Chucky unrated. They released a upgraded version of this with all 7 movies, including Cult of Chucky. So here's my recommendation, right? The new box set, as far as I know, has all the same stuff that's on this set, plus Cult of Chucky. It didn't make sense for me to just spend all the money to just buy a brand new box set just to get the one new movie. I bought the movie separately. So if you have this awesome limited edition set already, just buy Cult of Chucky separately. That's all you really need to do. But if you don't have this and you want to get the Child's Play series, then by all means get the new box set that's out there, which includes all 7 movies. But either way, this is a cool box set. It's got a lot of nice special features on there. I love that they keep making these Chucky movies, and they're pretty cool. I gotta say, I like that they keep making these Chucky movies, and I hope they keep making more. I like that it hasn't hit the reboot phase. They've rebooted Halloween and Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, but Chucky never got a reboot. It's kind of all been one continuous thing, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty unique with the horror movie franchises that are still going today. I like that. I do want to point out as well, with the Chucky movies, you've got Child's Play Collector's Edition from Scream Factory, and this has some cool commentaries and behind-the-scenes footage and stuff that isn't quite on the box set there. This was released after that box set. So if you're just a fan of the first movie, you only care about the first movie, you might want to get this. It's got a cool reversible cover with the original poster on there. Scream Factory does that. I like that they do that. So I just wanted to point that out too. So this is a box set video, but hey, I can make exceptions. It's my own video. All right, now we're down to the top 4. And honestly, guys, these top 5, even really this entire top 13, I rearranged the order of this list so many times, and I finally just said, screw it, I need to make this video. So with especially this top 5, you can really put these in any order you want, because we're getting down to like the best of the best here. So my number 3 might be your number 1 and vice versa. So you know, you can make an argument for any of these being the best box set out there. So that said, let's move on from Child's Play and talk about this awesome Hellraiser box set from Arrow Video. Now, Arrow Video does some really nice horror movie releases. Definitely check out their stuff. They've got a great Reanimator set, The Hills Have Eyes, Bride of Reanimator. They have really nice stuff. They even have like Donnie Darko. They even did like A Fish Called Wanda, which is a really funny movie. Not a horror movie, but anyway, we're getting off track. This Hellraiser Scarlet box has the first 3 Hellraiser movies, and they're presented in this really cool looking box, and they've got loads of special features. And I'll just show you real quick. They come in these cool packages. You've got Clive Barker Legacy, Documents of Blood, which is a book. I mean, no, it's not. It's like posters and postcards and stuff. You can see there. You got a book that comes in there. I did an unboxing of this, so if you want to see a little more in depth, I don't want to spend too much time looking at this whole thing right now. But if you want to see this a little bit more in depth, go ahead and check out the unboxing video of this. But this has got all 3 movies in high definition. It's got deleted scenes. It's got never before seen deleted scenes from the movies. It's got featurettes. It's got commentaries. And this is a US release. There's a UK release of this too. It's got 2 Clive Barker short films. I mean, this is just a beautiful, beautiful set. I think right now it's going for about $70. But I would say, honestly, guys, if you want this, these Arrow video releases, they don't last too long. So who knows when this will go be out of print, and all of a sudden it's $200 on eBay or something like that. So if you want this, I would say grab it. It's a really cool box set. Definitely worth getting. It's really, really nice. And again, if you want a little more detail, I have an unboxing video of this. You can check that out. But we'll move on from Hellraiser here, and now we're going to talk about House, the collections. This is number 3. We're in my top 3 now, guys. All right, so let's talk about House, the collection here, okay? This is all 4 movies in the House series, okay? House the Second Story, House the Horror Show, and House the Repossession, and it's got a cool hardcover book that comes with it, okay? And it's got a bunch of commentaries, behind-the-scenes stuff, all the usual stuff. What's really cool is this is the first time House 3, the uncut European version, is available on Blu-ray, and it's also the first time House 4 is available on Blu-ray. Now, you may have noticed this is a UK release. You can tell by that 18 right there. But it is region-free. It plays on US players, so that is awesome. They did release a US version of this, but it was only the first 2 movies, and that's because House 3... was released here as the horror show with no connection to the House series. House 4, I don't know why they didn't release it here, just put all 4, who knows. But you can get the US release with just the first 2, if that's all you care about. And that's about $70 to $80 now. I believe that's out of print now too. Now this UK release, when I got this, I made a video, by the way, comparing the UK release to the US release. If you're interested, go check that out. It's on the Blu-ray playlist on the channel. You can get a little more information about that. When I picked this up, this was like $30, $35 on Amazon UK, and that included shipping. So it was a no-brainer. I grabbed it. I bought it. I was like, cool. I got all 4 House movies, even though House 3 and 4 aren't that great. It's awesome. This is a box set I never thought I would see. All 4 House movies. It's a little more of an obscure horror movie series. Awesome. The one big downside to this now, you see here it says limited edition? They were not kidding. This is now upwards of $200 on eBay. This is out of print, and that sucks because these are cool movies, especially the first one. So if this is something you're interested in getting, it's definitely one of my favorite box sets. I think they did an awesome job with it, but you are going to pay a pretty penny for this, and this is something I don't really see them re-releasing. So it kind of sucks. Will they ever put this out in the US? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, they had their opportunity, right? They just released the first 2. So if they were going to release 3 and 4 here in the US, I think they would have done it when they released this. So if you want this, take a look for it. Keep an eye out for it. If you find it cheap somewhere, grab it, because otherwise you're going to pay through the nose for it. So that's the only kind of thing that sucks about this. But overall, I think this is an awesome presentation of the movies. And again, I have an unboxing video of this too if you want to see that a little more in depth. But I don't want to make a 20-minute video of just one box set. So let's move on. All right, guys. So my top 2, holy cow, what could it be? What could it be? So let's talk about what I think number 2 should be. And that is the Phantasm Collection from Well Go USA. Now, Well Go USA, as far as I know, this is their only release, but man, they really knocked it out of the park with this. They've got all 5 Phantasm movies. It's got a Phantasm compendium. It's got a little poster in there too for you. And this has just about everything you could possibly want in a Blu-ray box set. It's the first time Phantasm 3 and 4 have been on HD, or are on Blu-ray, so that's awesome. And it's the only place you can get Phantasm 3 and 4 on Blu-ray is in the box set. And it's got a bonus disc, it's got, you name it, the usual stuff. Audio commentaries, deleted scenes, featurettes, TV spots, you name it, it's on here. Phantasm 2 has work print scenes, all sorts of cool stuff. So it's got reversible covers. Again, did an unboxing video of this if you want to check it out. You can see this a little more in depth. I love these Phantasm movies. They're really surreal, really fun. It's a really fun, cool series. This is a great box set. There's really nothing I can say bad about it. I guess the only downside to this is, guess what? There's another one that's out of print. So that sucks. Now this is, you can get all 5. They did a DVD box set recently, which has, I think, most of the same stuff, maybe not the book and everything. That's only about maybe 17, 18 bucks. If you want them on Blu-ray in high definition, this is another one that's going for upwards of like 200 bucks on eBay, so that sucks. I mean, my advice with this stuff is pre-order it. Like, I keep on top of when stuff is coming out, and I pre-order it from Amazon right away, because you never know. A lot of times with these horror movie box sets especially, they sell out, and that's it. And then if you want them, you're going to pay $1 million zillion on eBay. So anyway, that's the Phantasm Collection. That's my pick for number 2. So guess what? We're down to number 1, my top pick. You've probably guessed what it is, because there is one huge horror movie franchise that I haven't touched on yet. If you've been counting down with me from number 13, you're probably saying, wait a minute, he has not talked about one of the bigger horror movie franchises out there. Can you guess what it is? Ta-da! Halloween. So this is my pick for the number 1 box set. And again, before I get into the details here, you can really make a case for any of these, especially these top 3 or 4 here, for any of those being number 1. I particularly enjoy this Halloween series, so that's why I picked it as number 1. Plus, I just think it's a phenomenal box set. Again, to do some self-promotion here, I did make a video of this as well, an unboxing video, so you can see that in more depth. But here's what I like about this, okay? There's a lot of things I like about this. First of all, they each come in their own plastic slipcase, so that's very cool. I like when they do it. It takes up a lot of room on the shelf, but it's still pretty cool, okay? You've got deleted scenes from Halloween 1, deleted scenes from Halloween 2. You've got, for the first time ever, officially released the Halloween 6 producer's cut, which was on the bootleg circuit forever. And you've got all sorts of other stuff on here, featurettes and deleted scenes and that sort of thing. It's even got the Rob Zombie remix, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's cool that those are in there too. This is basically, I mean, this is the very definition of definitive. This is the definitive Halloween box set. Basically everything you could want is in here. This is the 15-disc deluxe edition. There's also a 10-disc one, which I think is just the movies and doesn't have all the bonus features and that sort of thing. So if you only care about just the movies, you can seek out that 10-disc one. I think this 15-disc one is totally worth it, though. I guess the only caveat is with Halloween 4 and 5, supposedly there's deleted scenes out there. As far as I know, they've never been released, and I think, from what I understand, that's because they're lost. They're gone. They can't find them. So that is why they're not on here. I can't really fault Scream Factory for not putting those on there, because if they don't exist, they don't exist. What are you going to do? And then the other thing is, with the Rob Zombie remakes, Halloween 1 and 2, it has the unrated versions. It doesn't include the theatrical versions, and I think there's some weird rights issue with that they weren't able to include them, but for me, that's really a who cares. It'd be nice to have them, don't get me wrong, for this to be complete, but I think if you're going to sit and watch these movies, especially horror movies, if you have the choice between watching an unrated cut and the R-rated cut, which one are you going to watch? You're going to watch the unrated cut. So I feel like those theatrical versions would never even be watched unless you wanted to compare the two. But that's not a big deal for me because I don't even really enjoy those movies. So that's that. The other thing is this is kind of a little small miracle that this is even put together with all the different kind of rights issues and who owns what movie and all that sort of stuff that gets real weird. So it's amazing that all of these movies are in one awesome box set. So I think it doesn't really get much better than that, honestly. So this is my pick for number one. It's a fantastic, fantastic box set. And I say seek it out. And this is another one, this is another one that's going for like $200 now. I don't know if this is out of print. I think it might be. So I would say, especially with this, if you see it, grab it. Who knows if this will disappear. Check it out. Maybe you'll get lucky and you'll find one of these at your local Best Buy or something like that for any of these box sets, but I doubt it. So there you go. Let me know what you think in the comments of my top 13 movies on Friday the 13th, or my top 13 horror movie box sets. If this is the first time you're watching this one, if you're watching part 2 before part 1, what are you doing? Go watch part 1 and watch me count down the rest of my top 13 horror movie box sets. So if you like horror movies, or movies in general, I've got a DVD and Blu-ray playlist on the channel, so absolutely check that out. And again, I've got more in-depth unboxings of some of these box sets. If you're interested, go check those out too. And I do unboxings of lots of blind box figures, so check those out too. And I hope you like and subscribe and share. Check out the links in the description of this video for eBay and Facebook and Twitter and Patreon. You can find me all over the place. And I thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your Friday the 13th. Enjoy your Halloween. Be safe. And thank you so much for watching. Keep on collecting.